Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm recapping the semifinals and play-in of the 2025 CONCACAF Central American Cup. And my predictions were way off. Way off. Way off. That's life, ain't it? Reacción de las semifinales y repechaje de la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF. I'll tell you one thing, I did not get these predictions right. And some of these teams went and surprised me. For sure. We'll start with the play-in, then we'll talk about the semifinals. I'll tell you what the final of this tournament is, and then we will move. We will move on and push on to whatever else we have to do over the next couple of days. Recap or prediction of the final before it starts. So, late next month. With that being said, play-in 1. CD Plaza Amador 2, Sporting San Miguelito 4. Repechaje 1, CD Plaza Amador 2, Sporting San Miguelito 4. I was wrong about this one. I had Plaza Amador winning. Sporting San Miguelito, they knew how to play Amador. They knew how to play them and absolutely counter them and beat them to a pulp. And in the end, Sporting San Miguelito dominated a team who had 12 points throughout the group stage. Did not do well during the, crashed out during the quarterfinal. And didn't get what they needed out of this tournament. When you have a team who's performing so well as Plaza Amador did, you were like, well, they're of course going to be in CONCACAF next year. Champs Cup. You would think so. But in the end, no. They were not good enough. They were not good enough to make it to the tournament. And in the end, it hurts to see. But that's life. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And the football did not go their way. They ran out of steam at the worst time possible in both knockout ties, and now they won't play Champions Cup when a month ago you're like, you know what, they deserve to. Nope, things change. Wrong. 0-1 on my round. Play-in semifinal predictions. 0-1. 0-1. Same thing. Play-in 2. FC Motagua 1. CS Cartagena 4. Repechaje 2. FC Motagua 1. CS Cartagena 4. I actually trusted Motagua to not bottle it. I was wrong because they always do bottle it. CS Cartagena came out, got a goal, won on the road, and then, won at home, then beat Motagua, beat the pulp out of them in Honduras. And frankly, is it shocking? Yeah, it's very shocking. It is very shocking in my book. Cartagena is a good team, but Motagua should be good enough to handle them, and they're not. And they did not. As the Motagua bottle job always goes, they don't know how to win. And they never will know how to win when it matters. Motagua will miss the Champions Cup. Cartagena will play the Champions Cup, and honestly, deservedly so. They beat Motagua's ass. I was wrong about this one too. 0-2 on my predictions. 0-2 on my predictions. Semifinal 1. CSD Xelajú MC 2. Real España 2. 2-1 on penalties. Semifinales 1. CSD Xelajú MC 2. Real España 2. 2-1 penales. Xelajú avanzar. I was right about this one. I had Xelajú winning this tie. I wish for Hans's sake it was Real España. But for me, I thought Xelajú was the slightly better team throughout this tournament. And that proved it. This tie proved it. They were close. They got a goal to save their own ass. They lived through extra time. They got to penalties. And I will say something. Both penalty shootouts in these semifinals were crimes against football, but this one more so. That was the worst penalty shootout I've seen in my life. That penalty shootout between Xelajú and España was the worst penalty shootout I've seen in my life. It was horrible. It was utterly horrible. 5 straight penalties without a goal? Like, I thought there was going to be a team who scored a penalty and that's who would win. The team who scored the penalty. Other team just misses all 5. Close enough. But in the end, Shelahu, they get the win. They advance to the final. And you know what? They got there. They grinded. They earned it. They pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and earned it. I was right about this one. 1 and 2 on my predictions. 1 for 3 on my predictions. In semifinal 2, CDO Olympia 2, El Alajuelense 2, 0-3 on penalties. Semifinales 2, CDO Olympia 2, El Alajuelense 2, 0-3 en penales. I was wrong about this one. I thought Olympia would win and win the tournament. No, the bicampeonato, they advanced to go for a tricampeonato. And frankly, I like their chances. But we don't talk about that. We won't predict that till a month, basically a month from now. But for me, Alajuelense, if they keep their form, they have a good chance to go tricampeon in this tournament. It just seems like they're so much weaker every single time they've won the title and come back to this tournament. And somehow they just bullshit their way there. Last year, they played chicken with a champion's curse, bullshitted their way there, won. Against the team they beat the first time. Now they beat the team that was looking to get back on the perch, the top of the mountain. They bullshitted their way through it. But Olympia also pussyfooted around with a 1-goal lead and got what they deserved on aggregate. They got what they deserved and played for penalties. You got what you deserved. You lose on penalties. And by the way, so horrible penalties taken by Olympia. That was the worst. Dude freaking jumped the line twice and you still missed the retakes twice. That was the worst single performance penalty shootout I've ever seen in my life. Alajuelense Clinical scores their 3 penalties. They advance, and frankly, they deserve to because Olympia choked on a chicken bone. They got a chicken bone in their throat. I don't know what's worse, losing like that or getting grouped 2 years in a row. I don't know what's worse. Frankly, I don't want to find out. You got a chicken bone in your throat. And frankly, you choked on it. KO, dead, you're out. Alajuelense, they fought their way through. They got 2 goals from Hernandez that got them to the draw both nights. They held on penalties and won the shootout. Good for them. They deserve it. The champions will have a chance to defend again in the final. The final being. So that means I was 1 for 4 on my predictions. 1 and 3 on my round predictions. The final. CSD Shelahu versus LD Alajuelense. Alajuelense, the defending champion, versus Shelahu, the challenger. The underdog versus the champion. And we'll find out late November, early December, who will win the Central American Cup. Well, Alajuelense go back to back to back. Alajuelense, posible tricampeonato de la Copa Centroamericana. Shelahu, will they knock Alajuelense off their perch? Shelahu, ganador, nuevo campeón, derrota Alajuelense. We shall see. We shall see. It will be interesting. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send stats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I thought, why not do the play-in semifinal recap tonight? Because the match I covered was kind of boring. And frankly, I got some World Series stuff to do tomorrow. So you know what? We go and do it this way for once. I don't think that's bad. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow for the World Series. Game 6, Dodgers at Blue Jays. Live RSR. My Dynasty Stars. In the afternoon before that, you will get the month or the Run It Back video for October 2025. Then Saturday, of course, month ahead for November. Or Saturday, month ahead for November. And then, depending on what happens on Friday night, you'll either get a Blue Jays Game 7 or 2 MLS streams. We'll see. those won't be made till Friday night because we don't know. But with that being said, Sunday will be MLS streams, don't worry, and Monday. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.